It's the 21st century, and it's time for you to break free from the old ideas, the old beliefs, the old shackles that have been holding you back and keeping you bound in misery and failure. It's time to learn the truth about your power and about what's really going on in the world. Everything that you see and experience is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. Nothing more, but nothing less. Learn the truth. Change your life. Change the planet. Hello everybody and Happy New Year! Welcome to the 2014 first edition of Reality Changer Radio. I am your host Dave Dickey, and for the next 30 to 40 minutes I will be celebrating your power, my power, and the reality that is. It's time to learn the truth, change your life, and change the planet. But before we do all that, let me welcome you all to 2014. It's going to be an awesome year. 2013 was an awesome year. This is going to be an even better year with even more abundance and more power and more happiness around the globe. It's time to start celebrating your life, exactly what you want in it, and exactly how you can make sure that you are the controller of your destiny and not such a thing as fate. And with those things in mind, I want to talk about New Year's resolutions. We all do it every year, and we make fun of the fact that we never keep them. But why don't we just stop that? Why don't we stop making fun of the fact that we don't keep them and start realizing the reason we make fun of that? The reason we make fun of it is because we do it all wrong. And we know we do it. It's become somewhat of a joke. But what if you could keep your New Year's resolutions? What if every goal that you set, you kept, and sometimes even went above and beyond your expectations? You know, there's an old sales saying that says, under promise and over deliver. What if you were to do that for yourself every time? Under promise and over deliver. How would that look? How much better would your life feel? You know, the main reason that people don't keep their New Year's resolutions is because they're going about it in a way that is steeped in old school programming and beliefs. Because it's always up to somebody else what they're doing, what they have, what they don't have, what they're going to have, what they're going to do, what they're not going to do. And that will dictate how we, quote unquote, react. And however that plays out will determine whether or not we get to keep our resolutions and our goals and our promises to ourselves for change. But that's all crap. It's always been crap. And it's time for everybody to wake up and smell the crap. Because the reason we make fun of New Year's resolutions is most of the time they fail. Is it our fault? No. Is it the programming in our brains that's causing it to happen? Yes. Can we change that? Absolutely. I'm here to tell you that that is one of the easiest things to change is goal setting for yourself. Because once you discover just exactly how powerful you really are and how things really work in reality, then you start taking that step back and having that aha moment. And everything starts to make sense at that point. The pieces of the puzzle seem to start coming together. Oh yeah, that's why I didn't get this. Oh yeah, that's why I gave up on that. And you really start to see everything play out the way it did, but for a different reason than you thought that it played out that way. And once you're able to step back and let go and have that open mind about how things really play out and what's really going on with the universe and reality, then you allow yourself to open up to receiving the universal power that is all around you that you have not been obtaining because more often than not, you've been programmed to believe either A, it doesn't exist, or B, it's for somebody else. And your whole life is, oh, what a crappy day. Oh, that guy cut me off. Oh, this, oh, that. When in reality, and I want everybody listening to this to get out a pen and get out a paper, because this is going to be one of the most important things you ever write down. In reality, everything that you experience is a reflection of what's going on inside you. Let me repeat that. Everything that you experience is a reflection of what is going on inside you. Nothing on the external can be changed unless you go inside where you created it. Now, a lot of people just listening to the program for the first time, or just have an introduction to the law of attraction or manifesting or universal laws or source, they're kind of looking at the computer right now or their headphones and going, what is he talking about? I give you a great example. It's not my fault. Unfortunately, it is your fault, but not in the way that we use the term. We use the term to blame people and to make them feel bad about themselves and to instill guilt and fear and trepidation and worry and all that other crap that doesn't have to exist. It's only your fault because you're the only one doing it. It's not your fault because nobody taught you any better. You know, it's kind of like you don't blame a kid for breaking something if nobody ever told him not to touch it. It's the same thing. You're the kid breaking your life and nobody ever taught you not to touch it. Once you start touching your life on the external, that's when things go haywire. You start using your brain and you go, well, I think this and I think that. Stop thinking, because what you think is what you get. Hence my website, whatyouthinkiswhatyouget.com. And in line with that, the whole concept that you need to react to somebody on the external is absurd. Okay? So the New Year's resolutions and all your goal setting that you're going to be doing, go ahead and set it. Set 1 million of them. And I don't care how high you want them. A lot of life coaches will tell you, well, set things that are attainable. Well, that's assuming that you have limited power. You don't have limited power. You can have anything. Anything. The only limitation you have is yourself. So when somebody says, well, set something that's attainable, they're automatically telling you you're limited. You can only do so much. So don't tax yourself, because you're going to get worn out, and you're going to get confused, and you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to get disheartened. No. None of those feelings have to come through when you're goal setting and setting resolutions. None of them. Because done properly, every single one of them is attainable. Shoot the moon. Shoot the moon. Because the only place where it ever matters is in your reality and how you feel about it. Okay? So now let's start off. Before we go any further, I want to tell you about some new cool things that are happening in 2014 for me, for Reality Changer, and for you specifically. Okay? Number one, we are gearing up to do an immense amount of workshops geared towards specific things in your life, because it's become obvious to me that I've been doing this too generally and people just need more detailed information. Okay? I've prided myself as being one of the guys that tells you why manifesting doesn't work when everyone else just wants to sell you another book and video without telling you. I've prided myself on that, but one of the things, and I apologize to everybody, one of the things that I haven't done is I haven't given you specific information about specific things. Okay? So here's what we're going to do to start off the new year. Number one, we are going to have a bang out New Year's resolutions and the law of attraction workshop. You're going to discover your connection to source and make your resolutions a reality. It's a 3-hour workshop, and we're going to unfold the true meaning behind spirit. You're going to discover everyday wonders that pass most of us by, but are proof to your powers. Okay? In this workshop, you're going to bring your resolutions and desires with you, because we're going to start creating them right then and there. 2014 is your year. Okay? 2 simple techniques are going to blow you away to make you more powerful than you've ever been before, and you can do them each day within 10 minutes. Do you have 10 minutes? Do you have a break time? Do you have a little extra time at lunch? Do you have 5 minutes when you first wake up and 5 minutes before you go to bed? Trust me, new habits. You know, the regular life coaches always tell you new habits bring success. Well, they're not kidding, but where I'm taking this a step further is new habits designed around your own energetic power and how you can create your own destiny and design it at will. Okay? Your life is going to be forever changed with these workshops. All right? You're going to want to bring a note. You're going to want to bring a notebook, okay? Because you're going to want to write down a whole bunch of stuff. It's 3 hours. Bring water because you're going to get thirsty, and bring all your desires. Now, we're holding this workshop on January 25th. It is a Saturday, and it's from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's going to be at the Owl's Lantern in Fullerton, and that address is 801A South Euclid Street. It's about 2 or 3 blocks north of the 91, and when you turn left into that parking lot, there's a building right on the street, and then you drive in, and there's like a mini strip set of buildings. It's back there. You'll see a banner that says the Owl's Lantern. Okay? So you drive into that parking lot past the first building, and it's behind there. Okay? Trust me, you are not going to want to miss this one or the other ones. Okay? So that's January 25th. All right. The next giant workshop we have planned, okay, is in February. Now, February is the month of love, and so we're going to be doing a special one February 22nd. Mark your calendars, February 22nd. And this is all going to be about designing your love life the way you want it and attracting the person or persons that you desire. Okay? Again, this is a 3-hour workshop, and it is going to be February 22nd from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Okay? And we're going to go right through your love life. Do you feel loved? Is that special someone in your life right now? Or are they just waiting outside the door for you to make a move? Are you in a relationship and worried? We're going to cover all of that. Do you have questions as to why you split up with someone or got divorced? We're going to cover that too. And you're going to be giving techniques to not only enhance your love life, but to start attracting that special someone and build a love energy around you. And most importantly, folks, you're going to learn how to love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, how can you possibly give love to anyone? Okay? That's also going to be 3 hours, 2 to 5. Okay? So now, in the meantime, I have a meetup group, the Torrance Law of Attraction Techniques. And we're going to be doing mini sessions on each one of these workshops. Okay? February 8th, it's a Saturday, from 12 o'clock to 1:30, we are going to be doing a mini love life workshop. Okay? We're going to be touching on the highlights of this big 3-hour one. Also, bring notebooks if you're coming to this. You can write this down. It is meetup.com/torrance-law-of-attraction-techniques. I know it sounds long, but trust me, you're going to love it when you get there. All right? If that was too much for you, you can go to my website, whatyouThinkIsWhatYouGet.com, go to the classes page, and scroll down till you find the meetup group that you want to attend. There is a link right in that description. You can go there, join our meetup group, and be part of our fantastic group of people. I can't even begin to tell you how nice everybody is, and we're open. And these meetups are really a joy. And think about this for a minute. You're going to get half of that workshop. Now, those workshops that I mentioned, they're $50 if you prepay. And those advanced discount tickets are only going to be available for a short time. There is a link in the classes page. You can click right on the link and go to the event page where you can get your discount tickets. If you can't get your discount tickets, they are $65 the day of the event. So I suggest you do yourself a favor, save $15, and spend that on some great food after the event so that you can talk about this stuff with people. The February event, the discount tickets are not available yet. What is available right now is the discount tickets for the January 25th New Year's resolutions and the law of attraction. So go there, click on the link, get your discount tickets, and get ready for one hell of a ride this year, because we are going to blow it off the top. 2014 is going to be off the hook. Okay? So we've got other meetup groups coming, other meetups. We're going to be doing a wealth workshop in March, where we go through this entire concept of creating a wealth vibration around you, one that surrounds you 24/7. I'm telling you, folks, this year is off the hook. We're also doing special little meetup groups for it. So if you want to catch a glimpse of the workshop and you only want to pay $5, I strongly suggest you do the meetups. They're an hour and a half. Where else can you get this kind of fabulous information for $5? It is a steal, okay? I try to make this available to everybody possible because I want all of you out there to understand what's going on here, okay? We have a lot more coming in the next few months. We have wealth classes coming in Long Beach. We have more stuff coming in Anaheim. It's just going to blow out the roof, okay? Also, for news for Reality Changer, I want to welcome a new member to our group. She's only helping out with the meetup groups right now, but word has it she may be doing a couple of workshops with us. I don't know. I want everybody to give a big hand to Deb Weaver. She is a Reiki master, a Tachyon and Theta healing practitioner, and she brings a special vibration to each one of the meetups. One of the things that she specializes in is your feelings and how to deal with those feelings when they come up, and especially the negative ones. And she's really good, and she's gotten some really great feedback, and I'm really happy to have her as part of the crew during the meetup. So if you're listening to this and you've met her already, you know exactly what I mean. If you haven't come to one of our meetups yet, definitely you're in for a treat when you meet her and listen to some of the advice she has. It's just amazing. Okay? So like I said, great things are happening this year. And pardon me while I take a sip of water. Very, very excited, and if you couldn't tell, about everything that's going on. Now, more stuff happening in 2014. We're revising the website. And one of the main reasons that I'm revising the website is to give you greater access to some of the tools and information that I have been talking about in our workshops and creating as response to some of the questions my clients ask me. Okay? I see the need out there, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have it out there for you. Also, there's going to be more information about the events and classes and everything else. Now, next, we're going to be creating a Reality Changer app. Okay, now this app is going to be designed around the website, but it's also going to be designed around having law of attraction advice and manifesting advice at your fingertips. Okay, a lot of times you just need to you got a question, you're curious. Hey, maybe you heard something, read something, you don't know where it is, you lost it, you misplaced it. It's on your phone. It's on your phone. Just check your phone. Okay, so we're going to be coming out with that in 2014. The book that I'm writing, Stop the Madness, hopefully that will be out by November of 2014. I'm a quarter of the way through right now, and this is going to be phenomenal. I'm going to expose all the crap that's been going on with the old school programming, how you're being had by certain individuals that are in power because they discovered this secret a long time ago, and they're trying to use it to keep you down. Okay? And exactly how powerful your belief system really is. So this book is going to be pretty interesting to read. All right? And let's see, am I missing anything? There's going to be other stuff going on, and don't miss it. 2014 is going to be a bang-out year. And so with all that said, let's get back to New Year's resolutions and how you're going to do these things differently. Okay? Now, I'm not going to give away too much of the workshop or the meetup group, but I do always like to tell you techniques and give advice and everything like that, especially on this new forum. You notice in the last couple of episodes, I've been reading chapters from different books and everything. I highly recommend that you always search out as many people as possible to discover what's going on. Don't take anyone's word for gospel, and don't just immerse yourself into one person's philosophy, because everybody's coming from it a different angle. Your best bet in all of this is to take what you resonate with from each person and form your own way of manifesting your destiny. Because ultimately it's up to you. It's not up to me. It's not up to Abraham Hicks. It's not up to Bob Proctor. It's not up to anybody, but it's up to you. Okay? And at the very least we do is tell you what works for us. And that's where we give our advice, and that's where our slant comes from, is we know it works for us. So here, we're going to teach you these techniques that we know work. And I know for myself, for 40 years of this stuff, that not everything works the same way for everybody. What's important is to get the concept that you have to do this. You don't have to do this my way, but you do have to do this. And so once you get those concepts, you can tweak and tailor the techniques given to you by different people so that they fit you and you feel good about them. Because ultimately, it's what you feel about any particular situation that is going to dictate the energy that you put out into the universe. Our thoughts create our feelings. That's why I say what you think is what you get. Our thoughts create our feelings. And those feelings are what is responsible for the energy that goes out there. And the law of attraction just says, okay, so you want that? Okay, here you go. All right? So ultimately, the bottom line is how you feel about something is how it's going to play out. Okay? And your belief system is all. Your belief system is crucial to how you're thinking. Okay? Your belief system creates your thoughts, which creates your feelings, which creates your energy. Okay? If you believe you're going to fall when you get out of your car, then the minute you open the door, you're going to start thinking about falling. Then you're going to feel worried, and you're going to have fear, and that energy is going to go out in the universe. All right? Everybody understand that? So your belief system creates your thoughts, which creates your feelings, which creates your energy, which ultimately determines your destiny and whatever you experience. And remember, when I say what you experience is a result of what's going on inside of you, it truly is. What you see is a mirror. Okay? Old school programming tells you that, this person has to change, or this person has changed, and why are they so angry, and why are they such an ass right now, or why are they so nice when they never used to be? They haven't changed. You have. And your perception of them has changed. That is where the new schooling programming comes in. And that is one of the crucial principles to owning your reality and your destiny and to goal setting to the point where you can do this. Nothing else is, your goals, the success of your goals is not dependent upon anything except you and what you do. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. It doesn't matter if nobody else did it before, unless you believe that's the reason you're not going to be able to do it. Follow me? It doesn't matter if somebody did it before and succeeded but then had this tragic failure on the back end and you don't want that. It doesn't matter unless you believe that can happen to you. Okay? Do you understand where I'm going with this? None of it matters unless you believe it matters. And that's the only time it matters. If you don't believe it matters, if you truly don't believe it matters, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyways, except in your reality, if you believe it. If you don't believe it, then it's not in your reality. So start, if you haven't already, start seeing what I'm talking about. Start taking your New Year's resolutions way more seriously. Start taking your goal setting way more seriously. And we are going to help you blow it off the roof. I'm not kidding around here. We are going to make 2014 your year to start living life on your terms. Do you have to take physical action? Absolutely. Physical action is always required when you're manifesting anything. But unlike the old school programming, physical action does not require you to react to anybody. It's acting, action, not reacting. You're going to physically put into play certain principles and certain actions that are going to solidify your manifesting. Okay? Things have to happen. So, because we vibrate on the physical plane at the same time that we vibrate on the spiritual plane, we have no option but to mesh those two when we're manifesting. Okay? We can't just use the spiritual. It has to come from the physical also. But hey, no big deal. Once you actually know the secret and you find out it's not as hard as it used to be, because the way it used to be doesn't work, it only leaves you filled with anger and depression and frustration and wonderment as to why am I wrong? You're not wrong. You're just misguided. That's all. That's all. You're not broken. You don't need to get fixed. You're not wrong. You don't need to get right. You just need to have an open mind, listen to what's really going on, and tweak what you've been doing. That's all. Always make it yours. Never make yourself wrong. And whatever you do, understand you have no limitations. There is nothing you can't do, because you're just as much of a powerful spiritual being as everyone else on the planet. Anyone else that has lived or will live after you. You're just as powerful, okay? So if you know somebody that is down in the dumps and, oh, woe is me, and, you know, I suck and all that, give them that message. Let it sink in. But before you do, let it sink into you. Let yourself understand exactly how powerful you really are. You don't have to put up with the crap. You can change it. Okay? Now the responsibility is on your shoulders once you understand and fully acknowledge that you can create your own reality. Then from day to day, you can no longer say it's not my fault. Because your two options, free will gives you two options. Number one, you can live by default like you've been taught to and blame everybody else and unexpectedly have horrible days. Or number two, you can take charge of the fact that you know that it's all your creation. And you can have that nagging feeling that, what am I going to create today? How do I want my day to be? And after a while, it becomes a habit, just like driving a car. And you'll be amazed at how happy you become. And just like Esther Hicks says, the happier you are, the happier you get. And the happier you get, the happier you are. So I'm going to close our initial broadcast here for 2014. Once again, I want to say Happy New Year to everybody, and thank you so much for joining me on the show. I look forward to being here every week with you. Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And don't forget that if you miss out on the show and you want to listen to the recordings, the recording is always up by Wednesday. That's a new policy of mine. I know I've been bad about that in the past, but I will have the recorded version up tomorrow morning. And it's on our YouTube page. And I would give you that address, but YouTube has made it so impossible. It's about 37 letters, so I'm not even going to attempt that. What I will say is, if you go to the website, whatyouthinkiswhatyouget.com, and click on the radio program button, there is a link on there to our YouTube channel, and you can listen to all of the past episodes and just bookmark that, and you're good to go. Let's say you have plans on Tuesday nights and you just can't get to the show, no big deal. Bookmark that, listen to it the next day or next couple of days, no big deal. Okay? So my love to everybody. Debbie sends her love. I look forward to seeing you all in our workshops and our meetup groups. And I look forward to talking to each and every one of you. And however I can help to help you become a more powerful individual and take back your destiny as you were designed to do. Learn the truth, change your life, change the planet. I love you all. Until next week, take care.